What's poppin', y'all? We haven't heard this name in a very long time, but SoFaygo is being talked about again, and no, he hasn't even released new music for them to go back and forth. But it was between him and his former producer, Backwoods. And he would post on what seems to be a Finsta account where it says, at Backwoods, put address on it when you speak on us, pussy. And then his producer or former producer, Backwoods, says, don't get too attached to an artist. Tread lightly and keep working your move. These guys be emotional. Like I said before, this stuff is cooked. All the producers that see this, we got more lives than a cat. Peep and move correct. I'm guessing this is the one that he replied to. And then Backwoods replies in the IG story and says, we two whitewashed kids from Cobb County. Stop all that gangsta stuff out. SoFaygo. He says, they dissing me from burner accounts and be getting the intel from fans. And this is a clip from Backwoods where he talks about producers having a bunch of different lives.
Got 30 careers.
What do you mean by that?
Producers have 30 careers because they can just go to the next artist. Artists have one career.
Oh.
Wow. I can go work with this nigga, but then I got this nigga. This nigga might flop, but this nigga gonna go brazen. And then this nigga, you know what I'm saying? He just ricochets like a fucking domino effect.
Coming up with an artist is more valuable, I think, than just chasing the guy that's already at the top.
That shit dead. They're already established.
You're not gonna be remembered.
Story.
Exactly.
There's no story.
That's a pretty solid clip. It's rather accurate, although there are certain producers that go through or that get stuck in a sound that they keep providing, like Lex Luger, for instance, or even Mustard for a while, although he was able to reinvent himself. And I was about to say DJ Snake. Who was Gordo before he was Gordo? I forgot his old name. Carnage. But certain producers are able to reinvent themselves and make something new and move on to working with other people. Like Tay Keith, I don't know what he's doing right now, but he outlasted most of that initial wave. Well, he definitely outlasted Blockboy JB, that's for sure. Backwoods has since commented on my post saying they're good now, so they seem to have patched everything up. But my question to Backwoods, since they're good now, is, yo, what's up with the music, man? Is Backwoods the guy that's holding back SoFaygo from dropping anything? Because I would just get on here and clown SoFaygo and like make some jokes about his career, but I genuinely don't understand what happened. And I don't feel, it's not that I don't feel bad. I feel bad for the guy because there was this whole thing where they were saying, oh, he wasn't signed to Cactus Jack and it was a distribution deal. But I don't know. Usually when it's a distribution deal, you can see in the credits what is the original label that owns it. For instance, BLP Kosher, he's distributed by some record label, but it says the record label and then on behalf of or exclusive license to Dreidel Gang Records. That's his thing. But with SoFaygo, all of his projects are straight up Cactus Jack. And his last project, Go, was in 2023. That's almost 2 years ago, man. And obviously we can't mention SoFaygo without mentioning Yeet because they were blowing up in tandem. Yeet opted out of, well, Yeet got the Drake cosign and he even got a Drake feature. And that's the thing. It's like Drake, Travis Scott. You've got Yeet, SoFaygo. So SoFaygo had the Travis Scott somewhat of a cosign, but he never got the full on pat on the back, like hug, like, yo, I'm bringing you under me and we're gonna bring you out to the world. And that's what we all expected with Utopia, but we saw no SoFaygo on Utopia. Don Toliver, he got that support when it came to Astroworld, and since then he's been on a tear. Even his last album, people are saying, is really good. I haven't been able to check it out. I checked out 1 or 2 songs. I'll most likely get to checking it out later this week. I'm not going to put my thoughts on it in a video. Just go to helloyassine.com. That's where I give my daily thoughts, updates, whatever, on music I'm listening to and other things that don't make it into videos. It's not spam. But with that being said, SoFaygo, we didn't even used to think of Ken Carson or Destroy Lonely as in the same league as SoFaygo. And now these guys have lapped him so many times over that, hell, we don't even, like, if you compare SoFaygo to Ken Carson now, people will laugh you out the room, which is sad. And usually people would clown SoFaygo for numbers wise, but I think him not dropping for an extended period of time will just have people thinking that he quit. Like, he dropped a couple of singles. He hasn't dropped a project yet. And the thing, it's not that he's dropped singles, he's appeared on singles. So he was on a song with Don Toliver, right? That was Cactus Jack. That was last year. Precision. That song did a couple million streams, which isn't bad, like 3.4 million. But where's the support for him? He had a song with Bear One Boss. He had a song with No Cap in August. So the last song that SoFaygo even appeared on was a track with No Cap in August. That's what, 5-6 months ago, and that's not even him as the lead artist of the song. Precision is him as the lead artist. SoFaygo needs to be treating himself like an underground artist. Like that wave, because he's dropped a couple of singles. He dropped Life So Crazy, which got 1.6 million streams, which these are not bad stream numbers. For somebody that's got under 2 million monthly listeners, doing 1.6 million here, a couple 3.4 million with, what's his name? Don Toliver. Those are solid numbers. There's no way that I'm going to sit here and clown those numbers. Bear One Boss had SoFaygo as a feature on his, and Bear One Boss is significantly smaller, and that song did 516,000 streams, but Bear One Boss has got 30,000 monthly listeners, something like that, not too much. So in the case of SoFaygo, I think he's just a guy that needs to treat himself like he's an underground artist all over again and consistently drop if he wants people to pay attention to him. Because unlike Ken Carson and Destroy Lonely, where I think they were aided very strongly by the Opium affiliation, and that kept up a lot of hype and it kept a fan base interested in them, Yeat has dropped more than SoFaygo. And Yeat is so far beyond SoFaygo, they are incomparable right now. Yeat's got 14.6 million monthly listeners. How many songs does Yeat have with hundreds of millions of streams in comparison to SoFaygo, who had Knock Knock? And I don't think SoFaygo needs another hit. It's not that what people expected from him. They just expected him to at least consistently drop. Now, he dropped the ball with Pink Hearts because he just had people anticipating it for so long, 2 straight years. People were teenagers at the time. There's a lot of people that were, they're probably freshmen in college, and now they're graduating by the time, by now, from when they were first anticipating Pink Hearts. And Pink Hearts dropped damn near in their senior year. And that album did okay when it came to, and the funniest thing is the biggest song on that album is the one with Ken Carson. So it's not that SoFaygo needs to drop a hit. He just needs to drop. And I don't know if he's being held back by the record label. That's the thing. Because if he's fully signed to Cactus Jack and they're holding him back and he can't drop when he wants, they're effectively suffocating him and killing his career. He's a guy that with his image, with his style, he's favorable to both guys and girls, young guys and young girls. He could blow up again, or he could at least build up again, maybe not just blow up instantly. And I think in the beginning people may hate on him. If there's solid promotion for an extended period of time, in the first week or so they may hate on him, but he drops some hot stuff, they're going to admit that it's hot and they'll be back on the train in no time. That's the thing. So I really wonder what's going on with him. I hope he's able to come back. The guy was not bad. Many people thought he was more talented than Yeat and had more diverse range of music. But if you're not able to manifest your talent, who the hell really cares, right? That's a rhetorical question. Nobody cares if you're not able to not only manifest the talent, but sustain it. I just sincerely hope for his sake that he's been making music, because if he is one of those artists that takes a break from making music for months, 6 months, 9 months, that is dangerous, because there is so much progress he could have made and explored in that 6 to 9 months that he took off, if he took off, that would have left him in the dust. It's kind of like a compounding effect. That's one thing I respect about Corday, is I remember when he told me, he was like, that guy's always in the studio every single day recording something, writing something, laying something down every single day, no matter what, for years, even after he blew up. And that's why he was able to put together the album that he did. But that's a topic for another video. I still got to talk about that. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Be honest here, because the thing is, if SoFaygo is earning all the money from his streams and it's really not Cactus Jack, then he's eating pretty good, and it's enough to stay comfortable and just chill. And I've experienced that sometimes in life too, where you just feel comfort. But the thing is, with an artist, you've got to stay in front of people's faces. It's so much more difficult. Yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments, and be honest. If SoFaygo drops some hot stuff, right, and he's consistent, and you feel his presence being back, because it's not like one of those scenarios where an artist is dropping and we just didn't know and nobody paid attention. It feels like he's disconnected. But anyway, if he's dropping and it's solid, are you going to listen to it? And are you going to give him another chance? I think he has a good chance of at least getting to the height that he was at. Do I think like he has potential to get to where Yeat's at now? No, not really. Because when you're on the ascent in your career, that's when it's like basically that's when the spaceship and the rocket can really take off. But if the rocket goes up just a little bit and you kick it over and you don't pass the atmosphere, whatever the hell, I don't know these scientific terms. If you don't crack the atmosphere, you're almost never going to really have that same level of momentum as when you first came out, because there's the novelty of, whoa, this is a new artist. We want to see how far they can go. There's no longer that novelty for you. In the same way, I feel like Mario Judah, he should have stayed consistent and dropping songs, because he's dropped 1 or 2 songs after the Mr. Rage thing, which was great for him. But these other songs in that similar vein that were great, but he just waited too long and people kind of forgot about him and weren't paying attention. And it's unfortunate to see. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Thank you for watching. Peace.